Good morning. It's a Wednesday morning here. Nice and sunny. Nice day so far. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. I hope it does. But we'll see. Anyway, we are still irrigating. We're going to run up to the irrigated field here this morning and just check on our rain, put some eyes on it, because I didn't go up there yesterday. It ran all day. We've run 3 full days. It'll be 4 full days tonight if we make it there before it rains. And I haven't really had to do much. And so I just want to go up and double check stuff, make sure everything still looks good. It's on its way out by the road right now where it's easy to get to and see. So I'll run up there. There's our machine. Watered our ends last night. Overnight here. You can see we're getting farther away from the home point, the center, because there's not a lot of hose left on the reel there. Oh, this thing is so freaking cool. Corn is growing. Look how much bigger this corn is. Wow, that's awesome. Doing what it does. So we're coming up to the end rows here. And we'll kind of watch it make its reversal, I guess. It's not really a turn here, but you'll notice our hose up there is wet as it's coming out here. It's because of the cold water from the well pumping through it. It's cold, so this condensation is forming on it. But all right, so when these drops get to these ends right there, it stops. Now it's switching a valve up on top. There's a little hydraulic cylinder. Now it's starting to reel up, and look, we've got water coming out of the other drops. So those ones have shut off. It's now here, back there, and one on the other side, and we go the opposite direction until it gets back to its backbone, its center lane, where it makes its turn and goes to the next pass. Oh man. Okay, well, all looks good here. I just wanted to put eyes on it. I haven't been up here for a while, so. Well, I don't need to walk clear out there with it, so we're not going to, but it's all doing what it's supposed to do, and it looks good. I do want to, sometime I should have brought one, but I want to bring up a 5-gallon bucket or two and try and catch the water and time it, just to verify our flow, our gallons per minute coming out of our well, because we don't have a flow meter in anywhere. So you're just kind of guessing based off of what we think we've got, or we measured it last year, and I'm just going off of that for right now, but we need to do it again and just to make sure that we're putting out what we think we are. Now let's look at our corn a little bit, because the 2 days that I haven't been up here, this corn has grown tremendously. It is growing fast, and I'm thinking that it needs sprayed, but it's too windy today, so next chance we get. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there is our 5th leaf collar. Just a V5, but it is at V5. So, yeah, this could be sprayed with our V5 fungicide anytime. Anytime. As soon as it's done raining. Problem is, in order to do that, we have to have this back to its home point, because I can't drive over the hose that's laying across the rows out there. So, we'll have to send it home when we know we're heading up here. Unless, of course, I could spray it without actually driving over the ground. If only I had a way to do that legally. I got a little organizing to do down here in the seed warehouse. Phil wants to finish planting, spotting in those beans here this morning. So I think he's gonna need this pallet of beans. Looks like don't have as many on there as I thought. 15, 16, 17, 18 maybe. Okay, he's gonna use those up. Those are 2 2s. We'll see how far they go. I'll use some 2 6s if we have to, because that's what we got left. We've moved some seed over the last week or two here. That's good. Still got a pile of corn that I wish we could move, but it's not terrible. So anyway, we're gonna work on that in a minute. But I bought, remember I bought this new battery charger? Well, it had a gray end on it. Gray does not match blue. So I bought some new blue ones. So these have this, these are the spades that come with on the cords. And in fact, I got new ones. They came with it, but I don't need these. They just came with it. But you'll see they have this little hook on the end here. And if you look inside there, there's a little metal spring tab in there. So you just push this in until it clicks. Now they're locked in there. And if you need to get them out, you gotta push that down and pull them out. Positive, negative, red and black. She's good to go. And it slides together nice and easy so we can charge our batteries up good. I don't know what the blinky red light means. Testing, analyzing, checking, something like that. Maybe I don't have the power on. Maybe that's the problem. I may have hit the breaker. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Okay, I'll let that charge. I got another one. One of them on something. The other forklift? Maybe it's the other charger. One of them's cracked and broken, so I thought, perfect. But yeah, the gray is got a different pattern to it, apparently. That part is different. They don't slide together. I thought that the blue was for 48 volt and the gray was like 36 volt, and then there's several colors, I think, but they're for different voltages. So I thought when I ordered a 48 volt charger, it would match my 48 volt everything else, but not the case. Whatever, it's working, it's all good now. I do need to get back down here and keep working on my ceiling a little bit more, but obviously we've got to get some of this stuff out of here. I'm waiting on some trucks to come and pick up empty boxes and clear out some room in here a little bit. Plus we have some full boxes that don't look like they're going to get used, so it's too early yet, but at some point we're going to dump those into a semi-trailer and haul them up to the elevator and sell them as grain, untreated boxes. So after that we'll clear some room out. I would love to get this section finished, which will finish this whole side, and then we've got one section on this corner done, but I want to do that one, and then this next bay. Get that done, and then from there out we've got to deal with doors and tracks, and it just gets a little more difficult. So we'll get there, but if by the time I have a field day later in the summer I can get 4 more sections done, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'd be pretty happy. That would be successful. Ryland's out. I mowed lawn last night, so he's got to go get all the sweeping done. What's that thing in there? Where did we find this? It's a cap plug from something. What's that from? Anyway, you good? Yeah. You know what you're doing? Yeah. Okay, can you get out of here okay? All right, have at it. Did Grandpa fill your gas tank up? Okay. You're good. Go ahead. Not quite heavy enough to hold the safety switch down on the seat, so we had to put a chain on it. The bag of beans kept falling off, so we put a chain on it, and then he found himself a pillow to sit on. So those beans are going to get planted. The rest of the bag stuff is there. We got lots of empties and some fulls. I cleaned up a little bit over here, organized some pallets. Good enough. I put this, excuse me, put this pallet in the back of the truck. This is it's a couple of different things. We've got our Source DC. This we're going to spray on corn here at V5, most of it. We've got our Yield On from Valagro. It's owned by Syngenta now, but that's an additive product we're testing. And we've got our Tillage that we're also testing, stuff that has been sent to me but needs to go down to the farm because, well, it's hard to get it in the sprayer down here. So we'll take it down there, and then we need to do a little research on rates and timing and all that stuff. I think they're all V5 products, but I'm not sure. Brock's here today, cleaning up some of our tillage equipment a little bit. We don't power wash tillage equipment very often, but yeah, I'm gonna clean the packer up and drop it, and then we're gonna put the field cultivator in the new barn. What's up? It'd be easier. It would have been easier to unfold it and put it in the ground and just let all the dirt fall off. You don't really have to get it all off of those. Yeah, more of the frame and stuff. Yeah, all the dirt will fall off of those wheels. Although, we need to go through and redo this before next year.
I wouldn't mind doing that now.
Yeah.
It won't take that long.
I think we can add a wheel on all 3 axles.
Yeah.
And then readjust all our scrapers and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, fix her up good. Working on the field cultivator now. I'm going to run down to the seed warehouse and grab the floor sweeper. We want to sweep that floor up in the new building before we park this in there. There we go. Having fun?
It's satisfying.
Okay, good. Make sure you clean the concrete up when you're done.
I can see it's coming off.
Yeah, that's true. Sturdy. It's very dirty. So our new barn here is pretty well finished, which is a good thing. I brought the floor sweeper down because we want to clean this concrete up. I think we're going to try and back the field cultivator in over here. Keep it under roof while we can here. Dad's been parking the sprayer in here just to keep that under a roof when it's raining and stuff, so that's been nice. The idea is that we're going to pile fertilizer probably mostly over here, mostly potash. We'll see if we need to. I mean, we can make a couple piles. We could get some concrete blocks and make some divider walls if necessary. But yeah, when we don't have fertilizer in here, we're just going to have equipment. We're going to back our tillage equipment and stuff in. So Brock dropped the packer. It's too long, the packer and the field cultivator together to back in here. So we'll unhook that and put the field cultivator in. For some reason, our tillage equipment is starting to have more and more computers on it all the time, and if we can keep them out of the weather, the better. This corner here, some of you guys may remember this corner. We had a little crack in the concrete. You can't see it. You can't see it at all. Like, it cannot be accessed. So, it wasn't structural. Wasn't going to be an issue with that ever because this U-bolt is a U-bolt that goes down and over and back up, and it's cracked on the outside of that, like the concrete right in here, whatever. But yeah, we fixed it, and then they covered it up. It's not a cosmetic issue. I'm not worried about it. It is totally fine. So they're done. Dad has got some foundation coating he wants to spray on the walls to coat the walls and kind of help protect them. There's extra sealer in the concrete from the floor that was put in, so we shouldn't have to really worry about that. And yeah, this should work really well for us. Dad's got ideas of tongue and groove boards up and down the line in the inside here. We'll see how he does. Anyway, time to get her cleaned up a little bit, put some stuff in it. Alright, I am pretty sure there's about to be a parade of John Deere trucks showing up here, so we're gonna hang out in the office for our little meeting and figure out what we're going to do about this track or what they want to talk about, or I don't even know. I don't even really know, but I'll tell you what I can when we're done. I don't know if I'll be able to give you very many details, to be honest. It's cleanest that field cultivator has been in about 12 years. 12, 11 years. 14 we got that thing. Cool, good deal. We got to do a little cleaning up in the barn back there before we put it in there, but we can park it out back out of the way. Probably do something similar with the disc. Try and clean it up a little bit and slide it in that barn too. Dad's actually going to do some work, like I said, trying to line those walls with some stuff. So, yeah. The rain is it's falling apart, but it's trying to move this way. It's clouded up a lot. I hope we get some better chance tonight, I think, than this afternoon. Phil must be done planting beans, so we're officially done now. He cleaned up a little bit, some edges that were too wet, stuff we talked about yesterday. We got to get this, figure out what we're going to do with it. I don't really want that bean planter in here. I want to put the field cultivator in here, so we'll see. We might need to empty seed tanks, or we're probably going to double crop some beans. I'm hoping to double crop some beans. We're maybe going to use that. Maybe we'll use the air seeder. I don't know. Could go either way. We could get this cleaned up and put away, actually, and just use the air seeder for double crop beans. Anyway, track meeting, how did it go? It was good. It was a great opportunity to try and learn a few things, try and figure out, you know, what do we need to be doing that we're not doing? What am I doing right? What am I not? And how are we going to handle everything and stuff? So I feel really good about it. They treated us very fairly. We came to an amicable agreement that you guys are not privy to, so sorry. But we're happy. They're happy. Everything is good. So they did come out and look at our tracks and make sure that everything looks right and how it's wearing and stuff. This cupping that we've had on these tread bars here, they say that is from going too fast down the road, basically. Too much weight too fast down the road. Now, I tend to keep this thing pretty reasonably speed. Like, I don't go over 20 miles an hour. Almost never going over 20 miles an hour on the road with this. And when we're heavy, like with the planter full, I keep it at 12, 15 tops on the way to fields. Like, we keep it really light or slow because of that. So we might need to go a little bit farther as far as lowering our speed. And the bigger issue, I think, is that trip to Berkey that we're making, where I stop halfway and talc the tracks and just let stuff cool down. We probably need to stop, they said 3 times, not once, 3 times. So we're going to take that advice. We may even slow down a little bit more, but just, I want this tractor to last. Like, I think it's worth it to own the tracks. I think they're agronomically a huge benefit for us. But I do need them to hold together. Like, I can't be replacing $10,000 tracks every, 1,200, 1,500 hours. I need them to do better than that. And so, yeah, it is what it is on what we've got there. They looked at it and said that it's wearing in nice, that this track looks good, that we've taken care of it to this point, but we need to make sure we continue to do that. So you see how these guide lugs are starting to shine over here? That's what we want, because it kind of takes the tackiness off the rubber, and as those shine up, it helps them to not create as much heat. It also said I could take these wheels off, these kind of they're vibration dampener wheels is what they are. I don't remember what they call them. But those are there because at certain speeds or something, these tracks can vibrate. And so they put those on there to stop that. The problem is it's another contact point. It's another spot that's going to help build up heat and not let it dissipate. So, but what the bigger issue is, it sounds like, is on those long trips when you don't stop. The stopping isn't necessarily about getting the talc or oil dry or whatever else we're going to use in the tracks to lubricate them. Like, that is important, and we're going to continue to do so and keep doing it. But it's about letting the temperature start to come down, because as you go, these tracks are building temperature as they go underneath the mid rollers here. The idlers, the front and back wheel, are actually up, I think it's a ½ inch or something from the mid rollers. So when you're going on the road on a hard surface, basically all of the weight is on these 3 mid rollers, 6, 2 on each, or 3 on each side. And so that's what builds up the heat as you're moving, and we need to keep that to a minimum as much as possible. And the longer you drive, the longer you go, especially the faster you go, the more heat you build up, and the more and more and more and more and more and more. And by stopping every 10 miles instead of, stopping 3 times instead of once on that trip, is it's going to allow that temperature to come back down, and then you start the process again and you let it come back down instead of just keep going and going and going and going. Makes sense to me. I understand. I don't think that I have not been taking care of the tracks. I think that I've done a fairly good job to this point, but that doesn't mean we can't do better. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to go with here moving forward. Is we're just going to have to slow down and stop more. And before you ask, I'm not going to trailer it. It's not practical to trailer it. It's not going to happen. If we trailer it, how do I get my anhydrous applicator to Berkey? How do I get my planter to Berkey? How do I get my grain cart to Berkey? Whatever we're trying to pull down there, like those things have to go together. It would take far more time to try and trailer everything and do it that way than it would to just slow down. Instead of taking 2 hours to make that 35-mile trip, let's take 3. Who cares? It's fine. So that's the plan moving forward. I'm probably not going to take it to Berkey to side dress that corn because we are still in that track break-in period. The first 100 hours on the track, we're still wearing it in and getting everything glazed over and shined up. I don't want that kind of road mileage while we're doing that. In fact, they said that a lot of problems that develop later on in tracks are because of break-in stuff not being followed properly. I don't know if that's the case in my situation exactly, but they say they see a lot of failures at 800 to 1,000 hours because of break-in stuff. And so we're not going to take this tractor to Berkey in the first 100 hours. We're going to take the 8R. We're done planting beans. We can get that bean planter unhooked and use that to make that trip. So that's where we're at with the track tractor. Brock's trying to scoop up a little bit of mud. We should find a shovel and help him. I don't see a shovel close. Oh, there's one. Yeah, that's not going to be a very good scooping shovel, is it? Anyway, that didn't work at all, Brock. Not even a little bit. It's fine. We'll get a shovel and scoop stuff up. Anyway, we'll get this cleaned up. I got another guy coming, Golden Harvest guy. He wants to stop and talk about some stuff a little bit, so I'm waiting for him to get here. And then I think I'm going to try and get my tires. I don't know. He hasn't called me to say that they're in yet, but they should be. That didn't work.
Well, I got it up there.
How are we doing?
Good.
You're dirty.
I need a good shovel.
Yeah, I was just looking for one to help you, but there's just a regular shovel there. I don't know what kind of shovel we call that, but that one's not going to work very good.
I'm going to crack your snow shovel.
Oh, the snow shovel would work.
Yeah. No.
If it's not broken. Oh, well, then that's not going to work. Out in the barn. They're in the barn. Nope. Okay. Dad, he bought some 2x4s. He bought a whole bunk of 2x4s. He wants to use in the new barn out there. And my trailer has a flat tire, doesn't have tires on it, so he had to switch because my black truck there is the only one we have with a gooseneck hitch in it. Whatever, that's fine. Anyway, I need to go get the tires for this. So, I should text him and see if they're in. What else do I got to do? Well, my tires weren't ready or in or whatever, so we'll get those tomorrow. But I did make a couple other stops and errands to run, and then had to go work the concession stand for the boys' baseball. They didn't have a game tonight, but they asked the parents from the teams to work concession stand on nights that their kids aren't playing, and so went and did that for a while, and now it's like 7:30 at night, and we're done. No mail. I put up a fancy new mailbox post this weekend. It's yeah, I had one way down there, and then it got hit with a lawnmower and broke the post off, so Dad kind of made it work, and we just had it sitting here, and it was not in a great spot or in great shape, so he made me a really nice post, and we put it over there. It's not raining yet, but hopefully soon. It's still moving this way. I don't know if we're going to get much. It's not a heavy rain, but it's a very, very slow moving rain, so one of those that could sit on you for a while and actually add up to something. It'd be all right with me. But anyway, thanks for watching this one, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you guys in the morning, probably. Today didn't turn out like I thought it was, but we had a lot of meetings and talking to people, and it just sucked up most of the day. So it is what it is.